Hey everyone, Mah-Dry-Bread here. Pokemon Red with only Giovanni's moves and Pokemon was a lopsided run. Let's follow that up with a single Pokemon run. Today's the day that we figure out would I be able to beat Pokemon Red with a team of only one Dratini. Dratini is pretty weak stats-wise. A base of only 300 is a little bit lower than first form starters, with pretty equal stats outside of a small boost in attack. By level up, our moves are pretty terrible. Wrap is kind of strong in Gen 1, but it's also super slow to use. And Dragon Rage is probably going to be just about useless by the time we learn it at level 40. By TM though, we learn a lot of great moves like Surf, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt. Our special isn't great, but I always appreciate the move variety. Like always, I'm writing the script as I go through with the challenge, so all of this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. We can learn some pretty good moves, so I'm pretty sure we can win, but we're also really frail. I might need to be a high level. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Dratini. I'll need other Pokemon to use HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those Pokemon in battle. No glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only Pokeballs and items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do this. So right off the bat, I use the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Charmander with Dratini so that we can do the whole run with it. I name him Shenron. I'm wishing for an easy run. So before we can make any progress, we have to grind, and it might be a long one. See, Wrap is our only real move for quite a while. It's not bad in Gen 1 since it locks people into place so they can't fight back, but it's still a pretty weak move. Considering all we learn by level 20 is Leer and Thunder Wave, and Brock's Pokemon are all ground type, we're just gonna have to wrap our way to victory.
Did you just say rap to victory? Gonna give those rocks a slapping, rapping till the bones start cracking. Yeah, he's humble, he's not bragging. In the Poke Center chatting, show Nurse Joy what he's been backing, giving all them cheeks a slapping. While you're home alone, we'd whacking, bro, a noodle caught you lacking.
Sorry, what happened? I blacked out. Too much grinding. So each rep is probably going to deal 1 damage, but we lock them in for between 2 and 5 turns, so unless we crit, that's 2 to 5 damage per time we land a rap. It's not much. I'm kind of worried that we'll run out of power points. Worst case scenario is we have to grind until we're a high enough level to do 2 damage per hit of rap. Who knows how long that would take, considering how weak rap is. Poison is brutal, by the way. Wrap may keep your Pokemon from hitting us most of the time, but it doesn't stop poison damage. Once we get to the Rock Gym, we're level 12. The fight starts with a brutally slow chip fight with Geodude. We actually ended up missing an annoyingly large amount of wraps considering it only has a 15% chance to miss, but even then, this fight is total luck on how much damage we do. We got to Onix with very low power points, so I tried using Leer a bunch. It didn't work out because he just kept using Screech. I don't think 4 power points would have been enough anyway. Maybe if I could come back with a couple more levels and use Leer earlier, we can make this work? At level 14, I give it a few more tries. It ended up taking quite a few uses of Leer before we could get Geodude to take more than 1 point of damage per hit, but I'm pretty sure that he was by the end. I mean, it looked like more damage, we're talking about slivers here. Against Onix though, we still don't have the speed advantage, so sometimes Bide does actually hit us. Even with 6 Leers, we're still only dealing 1 damage. We need to at least get to a high enough level to outspeed Onix so that we can stun lock him with Wrap. All the way at level 16, and this time Geodude was going much better. It took quite a few Leers, so we took quite a few tackles, but I think he was taking about 3 damage per hit near the end. Onix, on the other hand, still seems to only take 1 damage even after 6 Leers, but he's a high defense, low health Pokemon, so is kind of what I expected. Thanks to us being faster though, we were able to stun lock him plenty and win the fight. After that is Mount Moon, and it's time for a real move. Thanks to us being able to learn quite a few different TMs, we go pick up the TM for Water Gun. It probably won't last that long since I'm gonna replace it with Bubble Beam and then Surf as we get those moves, but it's nice to have something better than just Wrap, even if I can't use it on the upcoming gym. It'll be good for some trainer battles. Oh, and on my way through Mount Moon, I took the Helix Fossil. I knew that if I didn't say what I took, you'd all ask. Actually, now that I think about it, everyone ask anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. On the other side, we don't have anything for the water gym, so I go after our rival first. Pidgeotto actually took us down pretty fast in quite a few tries. He likes to spam Quick Attack, and even if he's paralyzed, it still goes first. It took quite a few tries before we beat him with decent health, mostly just with Wrap. Abra can't fight back, so he was easy, and against Rattata we took a bit more damage from Quick Attack. Last was Squirtle, but he didn't do much damage to us, so although we're in red health, spamming Wrap did win us the fight. Before we can deal with Misty's Water Gym, we're gonna need better moves. We can't get Thunderbolt until after Misty, since we can't cut our way into Surge's gym before beating her, but we can get the TM for Body Slam from the SSN. This is probably going to be our best physical move the whole run, and is for sure our best move for Misty. Before we leave the boat though, it's rival time again. This one was super easy though, our new Body Slam does a fantastic job at taking him down. With that done, we have to fight Misty before we can progress. Once again, it was super easy with Body Slam. Right after the fight, we use the new Bubble Beam TM to replace Water Gun. I'm feeling pretty good. Next up is the Electric Gym because I want Thunderbolt. Voltorb hit Sonic Boom to deal 20 damage as we almost took him down with Body Slam, but then he wasted his time with X Speed when he was already faster than us, so we took him down. Pikachu took one Body Slam and last was Raichu. Right away he used Growl to weaken our slams, but we paralyzed him, giving us the speed advantage on the next round. I tried Bubble Beam since our attack was down, but it didn't really do much. We got crit by Thunderbolt down to yellow health, and our next Body Slam took him to red, but we lucked out and he used Thunder Shock with his follow-up. It hardly hurt us, and it gave us the chance to finish the fight. With that little boss rush done, we've got some good moves. It feels good to overhaul the moveset this early in the run. Thanks to that, we have a super easy time with all the trainers between us and the long journey to Celadon, and it's a good thing that we do because I'm pumped to get there. As soon as I get to Celadon City, I go straight to the Pokemart. On the roof, you can trade fresh water to this girl to get the TM for Ice Beam, an absolute lifesaver. I'm telling you, every time I see Ice Beam on the move list for a solo Pokemon, I breathe a sigh of relief. It's strong, it's accurate, Ice is a great type against tough Pokemon, and it's got a chance of causing freezing. It's an absolute run saver of a move, so it's time to say goodbye to Thunder Wave. Right away, I give it a try in the Grass Gym. It started perfectly with Victory Bell hitting Poison Powder. That's actually pretty nice since it means they can't paralyze or sleep us. Thanks to that, we Ice Beamed our way through the whole fight pretty easily on the first try. After that, I go through the Rocket Hideout. The hideout itself is super easy by this point since we've got some pretty good moves. I still make sure to get the good items here like the Power Point up since none of the moves here have a ton of Power Points in the first place. Although I'm not really sure what I want to use it on yet. Honestly, nowadays in these runs, I'm usually swimming in elixirs and ethers since I've memorized where so many of them are, so I probably don't need these as badly, at least for the Elite Four. At the end is Giovanni. Both of his rock and ground types go down fast from Bubble Beam, so it was up to Kangaskhan to stop us. Fortunately for us, they used Rage. It didn't matter that he kept critting. Rage is just terrible. With the other bosses down, we have to fight our rival in Pokemon Tower. This is usually a pretty easy fight, but this time we didn't take a single hit. It went great! Now that we have the Poke Flute and we can get to the Safari Zone, I go straight there to get the TM for Surf to replace Bubble Beam. I think we have our final moveset. This is looking pretty good. As good as these moves are though, I don't know if it'll help us with the Poison Gym. Won't know till we try. By the time we get there, we aren't many levels above his team, so we didn't really have a stats advantage. I tried the fight quite a few times, but even when we'd get pretty lucky, we weren't taking down Muck. On a tie, we still lose, and we have to survive his wheezing at the end, so maybe we'll do Sylph Go first. This place can be kind of annoying to grind in, just because a lot of the grunts here like to throw afflictions on us. It's pretty often that we find ourselves losing random fights due to terrible confusion luck, but that's always a risk when you're not landing one-shots in a solo Pokemon run. I almost wonder if the rival fight in here would be easier than the Poison Gym, just because we have more type advantages against them. I mean, I guess we could find out. Pidgeotto is first. Ice Beam took him to red health, but he just used Whirlwind. We got hurt a little bit by Quick Attack, but we took him down. Growlithe was a one-shot with Surf, and next is Execute, who went down in one Ice Beam. Alakazam was faster than us and hit Psybeam, but it actually didn't do much. Our Body Slam paralyzed him too, so he never got a second attack in. Last was Blastoise, and although his bite did a decent chunk of damage, our Thunderbolts were far stronger. That went really well. After that is Giovanni, but he never even landed a hit on us. I mean, he had chances, but he used a guard spec. I could probably just copy and paste this across half of Giovanni fights. He could have hit me, but he used a guard spec. On our way out of town, I took a shot at Sabrina. Right off the bat, Kadabra was faster than us. He only used Disable, and it got Ice Beam, so we took him down just fine, but it's not a good sign. Mr. Mime only hit Double Slap on us, so we took him down pretty quickly, and Venomoth only hit us with Poison Powder. Poison's annoying, but it shouldn't be a long fight. Last was Alakazam, but he started with Reflect. That's bad. I tried for Ice Beam to see if it would do much, but it didn't, so I went back to Body Slam. Alakazam used Recover before spamming out a few Psy-Waves. It's a good thing he didn't just use Psychic, or he would have finished us off. He ended up wasting so much time with Psy-Wave that we slammed our way to victory. Well, if we can take her down, then we probably stand a chance at the Poison Gym. The first coughing wasted his turns with X attack, so we two-shot him, and second was Muck. I decided Ice Beam would be our move to spam just in case of a freeze. He did hit Disable to shut it down, but by then we could just finish him off with Thunderbolt. The second coughing hit Sludge, but it didn't do much, and last was Wheezing. All he did was hardly hurt us with Smog and then miss Toxic. That was so much easier than last time. With that done, we can surf outside of battle, so I go straight to Cinnabar. It's been a while since I've gone to the Fire Gym and had it be the next place that I'm supposed to go to. Normally we do it early. How do you think it's gonna go? Blaine outsped us with Arcanine and could have hit us, and he decided to use Roar. We win! Last for the gyms is Giovanni's ground gym. The only reason we didn't totally sweep him was because we took a sand attack and missed because of it. We still totally destroyed him, but hey, at least he tried something. Now, before we can get to the Elite Four, we have one last rival fight. Pidgeot's first, so we nail Ice Beam, and he wastes his time with Whirlwind, again, so we got a free knockout. Rhydon was a one-shot, as was Growlithe, and even Execute. Alakazam tried to use Recover with full health, so he got paralyzed off Body Slam. That let us hit him twice in a row for a quick knockout. Last was Blastoise, but he hardly did anything, so 2 Thunderbolts took him down. That was a really easy fight. In Victory Road, I decided to actually take my time and fight some of the trainers. Normally, I try to get through here as fast as possible in the first try, but Dratini doesn't exactly level that quickly, and I suspect that we're instantly going to run into a brick wall known as Lorelei. We're a Dragon type, she's got loads of ice moves. I think Thunderbolt could probably one-shot a decent chunk of them, and I can use Body Slam for Jinx, but honestly, Jinx might just be faster than us. I'm gonna get to whatever level I can on my way. Okay, we're through Victory Road. Let's take a look at the stats. I guess it's not bad for level 60, but I was expecting a bit more attack. I'm not really sure what to expect from the Elite Four in this run. I don't have a perfect answer for most of them. Make your final guesses on if we can win this or not. Let's do this. First is Ice Trainer Lorelei. Dugong takes decent damage off Thunderbolt, but not as much as I had hoped. We got rocked by a powerful Aurora Beam that lowered our attack before we could take him down. Not a good start. Cloyster was almost a one-shot, but he only used a super potion, so he still went down quickly, and next up was Slowbro. We lucked out though, and he only used Withdrawal, so he went down quick. Jinx ended up surviving a Body Slam easily though, and finished us with Ice Punch. Alright, it's back to grinding. It's a slow grind, but our wide type coverage does make it pretty easy. We don't really have any great move changes that are looking very appealing to me right now, considering we already have a great moveset for the champion himself. I mean, unless we want to go with Double Team, but that's unnecessary when a few levels could probably fix this problem. We try the Lorelei fight again at level 65. This time, Dugong goes almost the same, but we take less damage and don't lose any attack. Cloyster is a one-shot now, and Slowbro got crit and went down in one hit. We even lucked out and crit Jinx for a one-shot. Last was Lapras though, and she destroyed us with Blizzard. Okay, gotta keep getting stronger. Again at level 70. We still get hit by Aurora Beam and lose attack. Cloyster is a one-shot, and Slowbro only hits a weak Water Gun. Jinx survived a Body Slam pretty easily this time and Ice Punched us to almost take us down. We finish her off, but Blizzard hit us yet again for another feint. Okay, we're closer to some one-shots earlier in the fight. Maybe a few more levels can get us the win. At level 73, we did have a slightly easier time, but this time Jinx went down in one Body Slam since we never lost attack. I thought we had a chance when Lapras got paralyzed off Thunderbolt, but nope. We still got hit by Blizzard. Did you know that Blizzard has 90 accuracy in Gen 1? Back to the grind. Level 78! We finally get to Lapras with full health, and it's a good thing we did because her Blizzard did 3/4 of our health and damage. I was just praying we wouldn't get crit or frozen. Man, what a grind. Second is Fighting Trainer Bruno. First is Onix, who's a one-shot with Surf, and second is Hitmonchan. He hung on from Body Slam, but his Mega Punch didn't do much, so we took him down on the follow-up. Hitmonlee actually survived a Body Slam and kicked us, but it wasn't so bad, so we took him down. His second Onix was a one-shot, and last was Machamp. We hit him hard, he used Submission to almost take us down, and an Ice Beam was able to finish him. Really close fight. Third was Ghost Trainer Agatha. First is Gengar, and Ice Beam really didn't do much. It's looking rough. We tried a few different moves just to test them, but we ended up losing over half of our health to Nightshade before Gengar went down. Golbat was a one-shot with Thunderbolt, but then it was out to Haunter. We lucked out and he used Dream Eater on the first round, but on the second round, we lost tons of health to Nightshade. We're in the red. This is bad. Arbok hit us with a bite to get us to only 12 health before going down, and last was another Gengar. Ice Beam didn't do much. We got confused by Confuse Ray, a second Ice Beam took out another third of his health, and he used Confuse Ray again for some reason. We lucked out one last time not hitting ourselves, and actually won the fight. That was insanely close. Fourth is Dragon Trainer Lance, and thank God he was super easy. He only hit us once, and it was Aerodactyl critting a bite. Ice Beam made really short work of his team. Finally, the Pokemon Champion. Pidgeot is first, so I Thunderbolt to leave him with a sliver as he Thunderbolts back with Mirror Move to do almost nothing before we finished him off. Alakazam once again opened with Recover for no reason, then we left him with a sliver from Body Slam, paralyzed him, and finished him off. Rhydon was a one-shot with Surf, so next up is Arcanine. He hung on from Surf, but just wasted time with Roar, so he went down right after. Executor could have stalled us out if he wanted to, but he only used Stomp, so 2 Ice Beams did the job. Last was Blastoise, and Thunderbolt did great damage. I was worried he'd one-shot us with Blizzard, but we actually hung on and got the win on the follow-up. Outside of the Brock and Lorelei fights, that was a pretty good run. I love it having such good moves, but it's also a shame that we're still so weak. And that grind for Lorelei was really awful. We had to get almost 20 levels just to beat her. I hope you guys like that run. For next Saturday's Pokemon Challenge, we're going back to Fire Red since it's been a little while, and I'm going to do a Cast Form run in it because Cast Form is just really fun. As always, I'm looking forward to your suggestions in the comments, in the challenge request section of my Discord channel, and on Twitter. Subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned. Massive thank you to Lucy Pyre for the Pokemon rap near the start, by the way. She's done some fun Pokemon challenges and Final Fantasy stuff over on her channel, linked in the description. I probably gave all of you heart attacks when I put that in. I was just writing the script and I did the rap my way to victory, and a light bulb went off in my head and I realized I had to message her and ask if she could throw something fun together. It's nothing like anything I've ever had in any of these challenges before, so I have no idea what the reaction to it is going to be. But the premiere chat will probably be really funny. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to promote my stuff. All the cards in this video are going to be to Lucy's channel, just as a thank you. I didn't tell her that, so she can have fun getting spammed by all the comments of you guys asking about fossils now. It'll be good for her channel. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.